What's up, man? So look, yesterday at the press conference between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. for the fight that's finally going to take place in April, I believe the end of April, I think April 26th, if I'm correct. They will be fighting finally. They were supposed to fight a couple of years back, never materialized because Conor Benn popped dirty for a substance called clomiphene, which is a female fertility drug. All right, so he claimed that drug was in his eggs. He ate too many eggs, and man, it's just like with Canelo with the fucking clenbuterol, whatever that shit was. It was in his meat. Like, okay, whatever. So Conor Benn is claiming that this drug was inside his eggs. He ate too many eggs. And I'm saying to myself, how the fuck do you know that drug is inside of eggs if that really was the case? So why you keep eating it then? That's bullshit. But anyway, at the face-off at the conference, they had a face-off, and Conor Benn and Chris Eubanks was exchanging some words, and Chris Eubank leaned over and so Conor Benn could keep talking in his ear. I don't know what Conor Benn said to him, but after that, like a few seconds later, man, all you saw was plap. Yo, and Conor Benn got slapped in the face with an egg, left-handed with an egg right across his face. So Chris Eubank Jr. pretty much trolled Conor Benn with this face-off, man. Conor Benn was upset, tried to break loose to go get at him, and he was upset, man. He was really mad. Yo, that was hilarious. But I think, man, this is a way for Chris Eubank Jr. to get inside Conor Benn's head, and he probably is now. There's no doubt about it, because he want to get his lick back. He felt embarrassed. A lot of times when you see these things, like these face-offs, when you see pushes, and it almost look concocted, looks fake. But for some reason, this one right here look 100% authentic, especially because the past history of their fathers, Chris Eubank Sr. and Nigel Benn. They had some great fights back in the day, back in the 80s and stuff like that. That carried on through their sons. It was like people just wanted to see their sons fight. Because I always wondered, like, I will go back and look and follow exactly where the beef started with Conor Benn and Chris Eubank Jr. Because I don't know if it was like the media was pushing for these two dudes to always fight because of who their dads were, and then that led them to, be like, yeah, well, my dad is better than your dad, and then they started getting into it. Maybe that's the way it happened, because I'm not sure exactly, because I haven't followed exactly where the beef between Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn started, but I'm assuming it definitely has something to do with their dads. People wanted to see these two dudes fight because of who their fathers were, so of course, naturally, here comes the media to try to amp it up and get these dudes kick dust up so they can start having some kind of a issue with each other, kind of like their dad had back in the 80s. But nonetheless, Conor Benn got bitch slapped with an egg, man. I mean, I thought it was like, I didn't even know it was an egg at first. I'm like, my man was hiding eggs in his jacket pocket, in his Louis jacket. He was ready to do that. That was going to happen at that stage, and that's why he bought the eggs up there. Big trolls. Big time trolling, man. And that's going to be one of the most hilarious things in boxing history. It just made a meme out of Conor Benn. That's crazy, but can't wait to see the fight now, man. A lot of people think Conor Benn is going to lose because Chris Eubank's power is underrated. People believe he's going to knock out Conor Benn. People believe Conor Benn is going to knock out Chris Eubank. I believe the fight is at the it's taking place at 160 pounds. So that's a middleweight. Conor Benn is a welterweight, and Chris Eubank Jr. he's fought at 168. So this is it's crazy. So Conor Benn got to move up a couple of weight classes, and I think Eubank, he's been at 160 quite a bit. So this should be natural for Eubank, but Conor Benn, he got to eat some food to get up there to 160. So they said that's a rehydration clause, though, a 170-pound rehydration clause. So Chris Eubank Jr. is going to be the bigger man in that ring fight night. But I guess that's the reason why they wanted the rehydration clause. And y'all know how I feel about the fucking rehydration clauses, man. I'm not a fan of those, bro. It'll just probably, I guess it's put in there for Conor Benn's advantage, because Chris Eubank will end up probably blowing up to 180 plus pounds or something like that. And Conor Benn will probably blow up to maybe 10 pounds less, maybe a little more, give or take. But whatever, man. Just interested to see how this fight goes down. There's a rematch clause in this fight too, so they're trying to make it almost exactly like their dad's back in the kind of doing a trilogy or a rematch or something like that, kind of like their father had a rematch. They're trying to do it like that, so you're gonna probably expect a part 2 sometime, like maybe later in the year or something like that. But we'll see, man. I'm gonna analyze these two and probably do a prediction and see who I think is gonna win this fight. Stay tuned for that, man. But let me know what you thought about Chris Eubank Jr. slapping hellfire out of Conor Benn with a damn egg. This is crazy. Yo, travel life, man. Holla at me. Let me know what you think. I'll catch y'all later.